We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Well, they love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
6-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. The tackle made by Benson Mayowa.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it with Ballage. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll run for it. Peterson. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 48.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. And that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Balaj. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Up 2nd and 11 on the Seahawks 38-yard line.
.38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Watch the curl. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
56. Mox 56. Check Mike.
Now Haskins to throw it. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check 43. Out. Show it up.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Second and 10.
56 is the mic. Yeah. You don't want none. Joker.
They'll run here with Balaj. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially. So a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
To Tyler Lockett. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
On down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Tackled at the 32-yard.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
3rd down, here's Haskins. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. 8 yards there. 1st down, Washington.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Balaj. Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
At the 21-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets them up first and goal.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it?
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Adrian Peterson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
An 8-yard.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Mike 54. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Jim.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 9-yard line.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Now a handoff as they run left side. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a give, right side. It's Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And the Seahawks.
Now it's Wilson.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Chase Young has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2nd down.
To try again after the sack. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 1st down, here's a run with Peterson. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, Peterson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On first down, here's Love. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On first down, it's Peterson, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Running the sweep with McLaurin. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Receiver, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And 8.
Washington on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They run the counter now. It's Peterson. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. They'll try and run with Balaj. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Bring it. Bring it. Shit.
They give it to Peterson. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On 2nd down, Love. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
The ball carrier.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Mike 54. Mike 54. You ain't going nowhere.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead extends. It's 15-0. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard
operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Wilson gets rid of it quickly, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. To throw again is Wilson. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and complete here to Carlos Hyde. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Seahawks.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Caught here by Conley. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Conley, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll try and wind down some clock with Peterson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. Washington on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Haskins. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
41-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He's back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
56.
Throwing now is Wilson. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start the drive with Peterson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
3rd down, it's Adrian Peterson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
I almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Washington, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town.